Hello space explorers, in this video we will face a mission that can become one of the most difficult in Space Simulator on Roblox. Get the ESA container on Uranus. We'll also talk about grinding on Uranus and its moon, Miranda, but first of all, let's accept the mission with Commander Alex. After accepting the mission with Commander Alex, I chose the Eclipse spaceship for the mission, as I also want to grind there. As you know, Eclipse's cargo feature allows me to bring a resource in addition to those in the backpack. Uranus has valuable metallic hydrogen that can be mined. It also has ring rocks in its rings, which can reveal ring crystals. Additionally, on Miranda, Uranus moon, we have the chance to find frozen gases, gold, and of course, artifacts. The bad news is that this time, the tactic of looking for a flickering light that we used on the beacons and the Mars data capsule won't work, as many of the ice asteroids around Uranus emit a similar flicker. But there is a method to make this mission less difficult. Looking at and around Uranus, we see that the icy asteroids appear at different elevations, forming something similar to a spiral. So let's approach from above, and go down, passing each ice asteroid as if we were going down a mountain road. And you set the best speed. The idea is to have a logical route and only pass by each ice asteroid once, examining quickly but carefully. And then moving on to the next one, choosing another at the same altitude, or if there isn't one, a little lower. Follow this logic. And memorize the position of one or two ice asteroids you have already visited on your descent, as landmarks. If you get lost along the way, return to one of the ice asteroids you have memorized and start your descent again. Some ice asteroids have very peculiar shapes. These are the best ones to memorize as landmarks as you descend. Don't abandon the method, even if it takes time. Keep descending slowly, and if you notice an ice asteroid in the distance, at the same level as you are, go check it out. With this method of descending the ice asteroid spiral, you tend not to get lost, spend less time and energy, and not rely solely on luck, increasing your chances of finding the ESA container soon. Seeing it from afar, I came to think it was this one. But I don't give up on the method, and I continue to descend in a logical, spiral trajectory. Until my patience, persistence, and effort are rewarded. Well, there's the container, so let's mine it. Container collected, now let's grind. Let's go back to the Eclipse spaceship. Oh, before we start grinding, let me quickly show you what we would do if we hadn't found the container yet. Basically, we would continue with the method, going down to the last ice asteroid in the spiral. One important note, since the mission is to search for the ESA container in the Uranus region, it could even be on a more distant ice asteroid. And keep in mind that this could mean next to, or even below, Miranda. Now, finally, let's get to grinding. And for grinding, I asked my friends for help. We wanted to see who could mine a rings rock that would reveal a rings crystal in the rings of Uranus. So everyone mines the same ring rocks one after the other. And as you can see, there were several friends there. We didn't find anything on the first ring rock, so we tried on the second one. And once again no rings crystal. So we went in search of the third rings rock, in a cool expedition of different ships. But in the end, only two of us got a rings crystal. Actually, during the container mission, I didn't get any crystal rings either. I have the impression that it became more difficult after the arrival of artifacts. What do you think? With no luck on the ring rocks, we regroup. In fact, there were those who were lucky and showed the ring's crystal. I decided to propose a challenge to see who could get the metallic hydrogen from Uranus first. And so, several ships plunged simultaneously into the hostile atmosphere of the blue gas giant. I decided to just watch from afar how the challenge would end. But the most important thing for me was seeing how cool so many space explorers with different ships were in this challenge in Uranus. So we left, but with incidents, unfortunately. And I had the opportunity to make a rescue that was unprecedented for me. Inside a gas giant, with an eclipsed spaceship. Escaping Uranus using my jetpack. Wow, the wine. It wasn't as spectacular and heroic as when Fabi saved me from the sun, but it was still cool. Returning to the container mission on Uranus, I also took the opportunity to collect metallic hydrogen, using the method I have used most frequently. Basically, I don't spend all my time in the gas giant's atmosphere looking for metallic hydrogen anymore. I leave and return to the atmosphere until I find it, saving the durability of the ship. And I repeat until I find metallic hydrogen. What I do after finding the ore is to slow down the spaceship as much as possible and detach myself from it. Then I go to the ore, mine it, and return by jetpack to the ship. Let's say it's not the best method, but it very rarely fails. It's ideal for try-harders like me. Back to grinding with my friends, the rescue was repaid, and I returned to my eclipsed spaceship. And then we went to Ceres, which could be a good alternative for grinding on the way back from Uranus to Earth. Several other friends were waiting for us there. And we started mining the 2 platinum nuggets. In fact, with so many friends there wasn't much room to mine. But I was very happy. It's not every day that you see a savior, an eclipse, a rocket and fireflies on Ceres. I felt very grateful to my friends, and I jetpacked around Ceres so they could be in the video. So I hitched a ride to the next platinum nugget. And we all went mining together again. With that, we could now return to Earth for the celebration. So I went and borrowed a firefly and started surfing on it. It seems like I've suffered some glitch mutation after so many ship changes. Time for the squad to prepare to return to Earth and celebrate. But first, let's quickly see what I found in Miranda after finding the container on Uranus and getting the ring rocks and metallic hydrogen. And soon I found a rare artifact. And then the gold nugget that is in Miranda. And next is a rare artifact weighing 91.7 kilograms. And some gems. And frozen gases. You can already tell that grinding in Miranda is cool, right? Wow, another artifact, but I'm out of space in my backpack. All I have left is to destroy Ring's rock. Will I be able to get my first epic artifact? I think this time I won't let it slip away. Yes, I got my first epic artifact. I know it's nothing big, but for me it was an achievement. I think we can now return to Earth. It was a good mission and good grinding. But wait, one more artifact. Backpack full again. I have to destroy one more rings rock. Now let's go to Earth to see how much the grinding was worth, and then we'll see the celebration with friends. Don't you think that besides grinding, it's really cool to mine in places like Miranda, with so many different resources? And we can still appreciate the beauty of the space along the way. But before the reward, we have to complete the mission. Now, the credits. Not bad. Besides the fun, 2 artifacts are equivalent to nitrogen ice. Note that pulsarite is more valuable, as it is worth more than a much heavier iridium, and both were mined in Miranda. And on top of that, the 7-gem bonus. I'm saving it to buy skins for the spaceships. And we still have the Eclipse cargo. And even more, the epic module part, which I have to hold on to sell to Martin. 71 credits and 12 gems, including the container mission and grinding. Let's say it was a very cool adventure, with a good reward. But the celebration of space explorers on Earth is still missing. And when I was close to Earth, I decided to detach from the Firefly to see if my jetpack would maintain the speed or a good part of it, which happens when the ship explodes while accelerating too much. But I was caught by ESA speed control. Yes, I was able to maintain the Firefly's top speed using the jetpack. But my friends said I was teleporting to the same place. I think I broke the space-time continuum. Now I know how the guy from the movie Interstellar felt. So I finally decided to put the brakes on the jetpack and accept a ride. And I took the Firefly from the Space Explorer that took the metallic hydrogen. And then the celebration began. With many different spaceships on Earth, and the server full of friends. And here are the space explorers who brought back from space the rings, crystals, and metallic hydrogen. We all gathered together to take a picture after this mission. And at that time, some were still returning from space. And now another photo to keep as a souvenir. Another mission completed, and there will be more. I am very grateful to all the space explorers who participated in the mission. And also to everyone who purchased our uniforms in our store on Roblox, whose link is in the description. Stay tuned as we plan to increase the number and frequency of live streams and recordings. We will also try to vary the times as much as possible so that friends from different time zones can participate. We thank everyone who supports us by watching the videos, accessing the posts, and commenting. Mixing missions and grinding in Space Simulator on Roblox is really cool. See you, Space Explorers.